This is Smithy.tv.
Hey, I'm Kenny Robinson, and you're listening to Breaking Down the News. It went from breaking the news, instead of breaking news, breaking down the news. Now, the thing that's really happening hot in the past 24 hours with CNN and the other mainstream media is what's happening down in University of Oklahoma with the fraternity Sigma Alpha Epsilon. I think that's how you pronounce it, EPS Epsilon. Anyway, apparently somebody violated these little racist bastards' privacy and videotaped them singing these terribly racist songs on the bus, saying how they will never have any niggers in their fraternity and they'd rather hang one. And everybody's outraged. Everybody's horrified. They can't believe that this type of racism lasts and exists today. And I find it amusing that anybody is horrified by it, because first of all, there's worse stuff out there, okay? I find it every day on the internet. I start out listening to a Hank Williams song on YouTube, and then somebody else suggests another song, and then I wind up in some KKK radio listener-friendly type of thing. And I went, wow, we just started out with You're a Cheating Heart. But anyway, to me, there's no surprise, because America is racist, okay? Hands up, don't shoot, I can't breathe. These are all the coin phrases of the past 6 months. Skittles in a hoodie. These are the ones when death, Black lives have matter, Black lives matter. All these things come up. But it doesn't have to be a homicide for us to know that there's something rotten in America. And I love seeing the video. First of all, seeing they look very waspish to begin with. They're very Ivy League, even Ivy League for Oklahoma. The one picture of the guy in the video, you can check it out, who is leading this lovely sing-along, he looked like his last name would have been Carlton. He had on a navy blazer and a bow tie, and hair shorter on a university student since 1965, when Vietnam was a good idea, most people thought. And to me, everything smelled of the yacht club, of the private club, of the old boys network, of the golf clubs that wouldn't have blacks or Jews or women allowed to play in or to have wedding receptions in. Or the golf clubs that occasionally, country clubs where I might appear to do stand-up, and I would die 1,000 deaths just because there is evil in the room when I walked in. And let's not forget, folks, this is Oklahoma. Oklahoma has a history of racism. And the songs, the dean of the school, they're very embarrassed because, well, now the nation knows what's happening on their campus. And this song, they didn't sing like this just as a song some of the kids made up in the back of the bus that day. Well, I'm sorry, there would be nobody sitting in the back of the bus. Everybody was pushed to the front. But this song, it sounds like they've sang this at many meetings. So what have they done? Well, they've canceled the charter for this fraternity to be there at University of Oklahoma, and all these students have to vacate their rooms within the next 24 hours. And the blacks in the football team, they even encouraged their white teammates to have a protest rally last night where they walked hand in hand. Did they sing Kumbaya? I don't think so. I think there's a little bit more aggression that's happening there. And it's already having throwback. There was a young high school student who's decided that he's not going to go play for Oklahoma and be a Sooner. That's a strange name for a team, isn't it? The Sooner. The sooner we get these niggers out of our school, the better off we'll be. I know that isn't what it stands for, but I have no doubt that it's been said before, maybe on one of these frat buses. And it was also lovely, there were girls on the bus singing and clapping along. That's right, not all racists are men, and not all of them have their own cooking show. The beautiful thing about this is these are the children of our politicians, of our judges, of our top 20 CEOs. So they say that racism is learned in the home. So you have to see that this, once again, it's a tradition. Especially for the students whose parents attended this university, and for those who belong to this fraternity. So let's not act like it's something new or something horrific. or something that we've never heard before. It's only the first time they caught it on tape. And I myself, I'm looking for their new album. I think there's better stuff out there to hear from, and I'm looking forward to hearing something that actually shocks me. But I'm not shocked by any of it. You know why? Because it's the same old, same old. And the outrage, and everybody will wither their hands, and they'll cry about it, and then in a week it'll be forgotten about until we find the next video. Hey, I'm Kenny Robinson, and this has been Breaking Down the News. Thanks for listening.